Hi everyone and welcome. In this video we will see how to read input register values of Modbus serial device in the Python using pymodbus library. Okay, and if you want to download the notebook which we are going to use in this video, then you can click on this code and you can download the notebook from our GitHub repository. So you can open that in the new tab and you can download the notebook for your own use. Okay, so here is the notebook which we are going to use in this video. So you can click here and you can download the Python notebook. Okay, now let's open the ModSim software which is used to simulate Modbus devices. Okay, now we want to read the input register values of our Modbus serial device in the Python. So first of all, we have to simulate our Modbus serial device. So for that, I'm going to use the open ModSim software, which is open source and free. So you don't have to pay anything to use this software. So we want to read the input register. So we are going to select the Modbus point type as input register, and I'm going to click on this connect button and we are going to connect on the COM port 1. Okay, and I'm going to press OK. Now the COM port 1 and the COM port 2 is internally connected on my system. So whatever data is available on the COM 1, that data is available on the COM 2 as well. So this open ModSim is using COM 1 port. Now we are going to use Python to use the COM 2 port to read the data. So here is our Python notebook which we are going to use to read the input register data. So first of all, you have to install the pymodbus library in your system to create Modbus serial client, or you can say Modbus serial master in the Python to read the data from your Modbus serial device. So here is the code to install the pymodbus library, which is pip install pymodbus. Okay, so you have to run that using shift enter, and then after we are going to import the necessary functions and library to create Modbus master in the Python. So I am going to import Modbus serial client. Okay, and then after we are going to create our Modbus serial client, or you can say Modbus serial master. So for that, you can see client is equal to Modbus serial client, and the method we are going to use is the RTU, and we are going to connect on the COM2 port. As I have mentioned earlier, the COM1 and the COM2 port is internally connected. So whatever data is available on the COM1, that is diverted to the COM2, and the data on the COM2 will be diverted to the COM1. Okay, so that's why I'm going to use the COM2. Now stop bit is 1, as you can see here, 1. The byte size is 8, as you can see here, byte size 8. Parity is none, and the baud rate is 9600. So everything we have to mention here, and then we can run this cell. After that, we can run this cell client.connect, and if it is true, then we are successfully connected with our Modbus slave device, and if it is false, then we are not connected. Okay, so if you get the false as a result, then you have to troubleshoot here. Okay, and if you are getting it true, then everything is fine. After that, we are going to read the 10 input register starting from 0. Okay, so we are going to read the first 10 input register of this Modbus slave device. So for that, we are going to use this command client.read input registers. Okay, and the starting address is 0. The number of register or input register we are going to read is 10, and the slave ID is 1. As you can see, slave ID is 1. Okay, so to read the input register, you have to use this command result is equal to client.read underscore input underscore register, and in the bracket you have to provide starting address, you have to provide the count, number of count, or you can say the number of register you are going to read, and the slave ID of your device. So once you provide it, you have to run this cell, and then after you can run the last cell, which is result.register. So it will print all the input register values here in the output. Okay, so if I change the value of input register 3, or you can say the index 2, then you will get that update here as well. So if I change it to 3 only, okay, now I can run this cell and I can run it. So here you can see the 3 is available. Now this is the basic Python code to connect with Modbus slave devices, okay, or you can say Modbus serial RTU or RS485 device, and to read the data. And specifically this is for reading input register. Okay, so this is how you can use Python to connect with any Modbus serial device and to read the input register data. Now, if you have any questions or concern in this, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. And if you want to download this Python notebook, then I have already mentioned that you can click on the code button and you can download the Python notebook for your own use. Okay, and it's a very basic and the straightforward code to understand that how Python is reading the input register data of your Modbus serial device. Okay, so I hope everything is clear, and if you still have any questions or any doubt, then you know where to ask. Now in the next video, instead of input register data, we are going to read the input coil status values. Okay, so let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.